A new keynote and a workshop, and today I'm just going to share with you in the next 10 minutes some excerpts from it. See, when I cut my teeth on retail, it was all about the 6 Ps, and the first one was this premise. Who are you and why do you matter? And then the next one we always talked about was the product, having the right merchandise, but merchandising it well. We had price and a delicate dance between margin and momentum. Promotion, the sense of engaging the head, heart, and hands of the consumer, how they think and feel and ultimately behave when they walk into your store, that oxygen of your environment, which is traffic. We looked at place, and everybody talked about location, 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 and ultimately people. When you made a promise, you put it out in a TV ad, or you proclaimed it on a billboard or in digital, was that promise kept? Well, in a very short time, these 6 Ps have mashed together. We no longer can stand to just simply rely on them and go, is this enough to stay competitive? And for 2 very good reasons. The first one is we're living in this age of noise. We're dealing with a math problem that we've never dealt with as a capitalist society. There's too much and too many chasing a finite amount of time and money. We're asking the consumer to drink from this fire hose. And even what we put in this fire hose, our store design, our creativity, our energy, our passion, so much of it is getting spilt on the floor. And when artificial intelligence takes over, that fire hose is going to become a waterfall, and it will compound and grow and double every day as long as this planet spins. But the second and more important thing is this mobile wand, the power it's given the consumer. They've created this digital moat around them. And they have a castle, and they let the drawbridge down and decide who gets in and when do they want to leave this castle. And wow, this thing is growing in power every day. The world's knowledge is within arm's reach of desire. I can summon a chariot on the street. I can book travel. I can gamify. I can talk to my friends for the first time ever. I'm a citizen journalism. I can publish. I can create content. And what's happened with this mobile wand is I stand at the top of my castle, and every time I look at it, it's indulging me. It's satisfying me. And what it's created is 2 of the most important benefits as you leave this conference, as you judge your business. Think of these 2 things. The first one is more. Consumers are demanding more, but not the old days of the drift net, mass marketing, one size fits all. They want more of what matters to me, my life, my livelihood, hyper-personalized, and they want it with less friction, they want it with less effort. And when you combine those 2 together, we're dealing with a whole new set of expectations. And along the way, the people are looking, wow, you're looking at this 300 times a day. Why don't I treat this mobile phone as a Trojan horse? And I can ride right into that castle. And I can use data and digital to connect buyers and sellers. And I can sometimes just clip the smallest toll and not even hold inventory. And it's called the platform economy. And that's getting built all around us. Everywhere we look, this platform is being built over current infrastructure. And you look at it and see how it's changing in content with social media, music, Spotify, travel, Airbnb. Within a short period of time, they have a higher market cap and represent more rooms than Hilton that's been around for 80 years. Transportation, hospitality. Half the meals are now eaten out of the home. Within 3 years, half of the restaurant meals will now be eaten out of the restaurant. Massive changes in consumer behavior. A sharing economy that we didn't even think about is now $300 billion. And every day, people are creating apps that treat this as a Trojan horse to find a way to connect. And what's created this level of disruption is the market, the capitalists, the investment banks are saying, this new way of doing business, and now has a market value of $7.1 trillion. And in retail, we know what's happened with Amazon. They've put it within arm's reach of desire. And they're making money on the cloud for sure, but when they come to retail, they're not worried about profitability. They're worried, what they're focused on is, can I get the consumer addicted to making this the world's biggest vending machine? And can I create new technology that I can just speak to it? So what are we going to do as retailers to push back? What are we going to do to retailers to counter and contend with it? We're going to focus on the most important thing, the human being and heart. Because the platform economy is going to get faster. I promise you it'll get better and it'll get cheaper. But it doesn't have a heart. And what's happening with the consumer economy is that the experiences, the things that I covet, the adventures, the hyper-personalized is growing 3 times faster than materialistic. And I challenge you, why isn't retail playing a better role in the experience economy? Because people want to be out and social. They want to be together. They want to be watching. They want to be seen. They want to be scared and enlightened and posting new stories and adventures. They want to be here, this fear of missing out. And they don't want to be here. Has anybody got a kid that's come back after college, living in your basement? It's a kipper. Kids in parents' pockets eroding retirement savings. Being human beings is where you've got to play. It's the territory. But the thing I see with people, yeah, we're going to do experiences. Let's be honest, our margins are compressing. Our ability to stage experiences is difficult and challenging. You can't be all things to all people. And what I talk about in my keynote is how do you find the things that matter? How do you find what matters most? How do you find your bees? And I did a lot of my inspirations from this crazy psychologist, Abraham Maslow. And he wrote a paper years ago called The Theory of Human Motivation. What makes people's shoulders back? What makes people leave their nest, their light sense of normality, and go on adventures? And his theory was that every person, everybody in this room, every customer that comes in your store, every employee is on a journey. We're constantly on a journey as human beings. And what are we looking for? We're looking for 4 basic things. We want to be more safe and secure. We want love and belonging, being together. That's why an association like this is so important. It brings retailers together. We want to find purpose. We're willing to go out and find purpose, and we want to find transformation. These are the things that feed our heart. So when I look at it and I go around in my keynote, and I go around the world, and I say, who are the retailers winning? The retailers, the hospitality, the people that are in physicality are winning are laddering these benefits. You know, being personal where everybody knows your name. Being local, this incredible Blue Hills Storm Bar, which is talking about the whole sense of organic. Be certain when you frame part of your world and saying, this is our organic section. We've curated it for you. We live it, we breathe it. We feel the dirt in our fingers when we talk about it. Be precise, Albertsons Pharmacy with DNA testing, so I don't look at this store of OTC products and wonder. I know exactly what to take. Be connected, Tokyo Smoke in the cannabis space, where people are going in, I'm not sure what to do, and dosage and stuff. This is in a whole sense of exploration. Eventful, Top Man in Oxford Street, guys day out in retail, yeah, they come out, they get dressed up, and they get styled. B1, Ida Blooms in San Francisco. It's a flower store. I can get that online now. Flowers.com, Amazon. No, come in here and design your flowers. Take an Instagram picture. Present it as your trophy. Be immersed, the Camp Family Experience Store. Be creative. Build a bear and went and I say, what about just bears? They've got their bears. Let's build robots. Let's get people coming down and families and doing things together. That's what retail's about. Supper Club, Be Naughty. Treasure hunting. This is the all-you-can-eat buffet at the Waldorf Astoria in New York. Sensory. Perfume. Do I need to see another 10 shells, everybody designed? This is Burberry. This is Calvin Klein. Let's stick a fork in my eye. I can do that on my... But here, I go to aluminum, and I go, and I smell the scents out of these jars. And I walk out with 2 or 3 times the purchase. Be unique. Soul Sense is using artificial intelligence for skincare. Golf Town, beat Tiger Woods. I went to Golf Town the day after Tiger won the Masters. There's a lineup. Everybody just wanted to get in there and groove and what Tiger was doing. And it was at retail that brought that to life. One of the things I always talk about, the running room. How many people sell running shoes and sweatshirts? You come to the running, you see, I want to get in shape. Yeah, why don't you just come walk around the block with me? You walk around the block the first night, you meet a bunch of people that you like. Next night you're walking, jogging for 30 seconds, and 6 months later you're on a 5K. This is in Poland, an idea hub, how to connect entrepreneurs, and they invented an entire train to do it. What you're going to hear about in a minute, entrepreneurial and community with Staples. treasure hunting and winners and the sense of, I found that Picasso in the attic. Mickey with U.S. Disney stores. And I want to conclude as I condense this keynote and workshop that what your beasts have little to do with demographics. Stop thinking about males and females aged 18 to 22. Stop thinking about demographics as your guiding post. And start thinking of consumer journeys. It hasn't anything to do with demographics, race or religion, budget, even technology. Your bees about people wanting to be alive, and how can my retail be a stage to let that happen? So in conclusion, I'll tell you, the platform economy is not going away. It's going to get faster and better, and when you see Alibaba and Tencent, what's happening around the world, this is going to be so simple to buy anything. The place to buy will become the phone. For you to compete and counter, mind your P's, absolutely. You got to get the basics right always, but you got to find your B's. The B's that you can stand upon, the essence of your organization, the intent that everything can ladder from. Find it by understanding the journey that that customer's on. Why did they leave their home? What are they looking to? Be their Yoda. Help them get to where they want to go. Help them with whether they're looking for safety and security. I love what Federal Express did. Positively get there overnight. Love and belonging. What we saw with De Beers for years. Hallmark. Purpose. When you look at what I talked about with 5K, transformative. Understand that retailers that have the humility and generosity to see themselves as a Yoda. Holt Renfrew was working with 2008. You had to be dressed up to be served, and people would come in and go, I'm looking for a pair of skinny J-brand jeans. Oh, they're over here. I started working with the organization. I said, what role do you think you play in the consumer's life? Oh, we're the preeminent luxury retailer. No, you're not. You're the fairy godmother. You don't get to go to the ball. You get to dress Cinderella. Be part of the customer's moment.